welcome back to another warm-up show. Friday night, it's February 4th, 2022. This is the weekend of the All-Star NHL. We are back again with ENORTAP. We know the Friday are the fun warm-up show. We're going to have a lot of things for you tonight. And by the way, we have some prediction because tonight, you guys, you're going to make some prediction about the All-Star game, the competition tonight, and the game for Sunday. So when we come back Monday, guys, you have some prediction for some result of your prediction of what we're going to talk about. By the way, tonight we have also talking about the All-Star, and also it's ENORTAP, the weekend of the Olympics. We decide, me and ENORTAP, to do the All-Star team for each country, 6 team, and with a player from NHL at that moment. And finally, at the end, we have a quiz that's called a yes, no, or maybe. And I don't know how many questions, maybe 10, 15, 20. I don't know in our time that we're going to do that. And that's what we have on the program. So it's going to be excited. We thought it's going to be, not sure to come up here, but we decided to come and to give you another opportunity to have a great time together. Of course, the morning we skip because honestly, I have no game last night, but we can wait to hear from each one of you what's going on and what your weekends in front of you. But of course, directly from Florida right now, it's beautiful. 79 Fahrenheit, 27 or 28 Celsius. Blue sky, that piscina afternoon we was right there with my Iguela PK. And we have a great time over there. So I did like 3 hours and a half at pool today, 1 in the morning, and I did prepare my lunch back at the pool after that. And this is a great day. That would be awesome. Of course, we have the co-host directly from Toronto, and directly, maybe not 27 Celsius, maybe minus 27, who knows. But we have Mr. Bob Gainey with Ken Hughes back in the house, Mr. ENORTAP.
Hello, Coach. Hello, Happy Nation. It's Friday.
It's Friday, everybody. Winks. First of all, welcome Mr. Ron with Kings 20 back in the house directly from Utah.
Welcome, Ron.
Kevin B, he may be not here anymore, but he said he was second one here. So welcome, Mr. Kevin B. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome, Kevin.
Directly from New York with a white blanket and the street at that moment with 1 foot of snow. We have back, welcome back, Mr. Jose Duarte is in the house.
Hello, Jose. Welcome.
Hopefully you're doing well, Mr. Jose, and you get some great result of your visit with the doctor. I believe it was today, but I could be wrong. And talking about the fisherman, talking about the Wright brother, the one we love, the one we have, so we admire, and he is the most adorable brother of the both of them. I'm talking about Mr. Roger L. in the house.
Welcome, Roger.
Directly from Sherbrooke, dans la belle province de Québec, au sud of the Quebec. Welcome back, Monsieur Nicolas de Goubi Bono.
Welcome, Nicolas. I love how that rolls off your tongue, Coach. Beautiful.
I don't know. The rest of the people are at the front door, maybe, or at the saloon. We don't see them right now, so I don't know. Sometimes they meet up. We're going to go show up. But we show up. We are never quit. We are perseverance with consistency, and we show up every day. That's what we do here. But talking about the brother, the man of the shack, the man is on the Orleans, Ontario. He's back in the house. Welcome back, Mr. Danny T.
Hey, Danny. How you doing, buddy?
By the way, Danny, Roger said that if you have a chance when you see Danny T, can you do this for me? I said, what are you talking about? He said, yes, can you do this? I will do it. So Here we go, Danny. Maybe you're on the floor now, or maybe you're on the water or under the water. Maybe the chair crack. I don't know what could happen on the shack. But here we go. Nice. That's happening about that one over there. Here we go. Directly from Steve G. Directly from Colorado. Denver. I don't know what's the weather over there, but I believe Mr. ENORTAP is going to go to the hockey game to see the Denver Pioneer, the University Division 1. I think they have a big game this weekend. I think they play game number 4. I don't know. I'm not remember. I just remember he talked about this during the week, but I cannot remember again who. In my head, always North Dakota, but it's not North Dakota. Steve G is going to tell us. But welcome back, Mr. Steve G.
Welcome, Steve.
So that's what happened about that one there. So I don't know. 5:08 is going to be a very short, quick show today. But Mr. ENORTAP, that's what we at that moment. That's I don't see anybody show up at the show. Maybe they don't like us anymore, but it's all right. Talking about not like us, why not talking about the men of the men, the insider, the men, everybody love it here in the family, the Hockey National Show. I'm talking about Mr. RG Calabro Sport and the house.
Our information man. Hi, RJ. Welcome.
He's a great guy in our top about that one
Probably
over there.
There's a lot of snow in New York right now, so.
Yep. By the way, in our top, I did not talk to you about that one over there. And I apologize, I did not talk to you. I don't know when. I don't know. We have to schedule everything. But we are looking, guys. The Hockey National Show is looking only. Well, maybe we can open the door. But we are looking, guys, for 2 extra people join us live on the show of 4 fans of the Montreal Canadiens, Mr. ENORTAP. I got a new one. The center Heis going to join us with you, ENORTAP, and me. So maybe looking for 1 more or 2 more. If you are a Montreal Canadien and you are our fans, first of all, and you want to be live with us for a show, it could be a pre-game show. I don't know, but it's coming, Mr. ENORTAP. I just want to mention to you. I know I did not talk about this, but it's that's what we're going to look about this. So that's what's happening. Steve G said tonight, coach, number 4 DU versus number 7 St. Cloud State Huskies are in the town in Denver tonight. So that's why the reason, Mr. ENORTAP. I knew it was. Okay. I was right with the number. I was just not right with the team about that one over there. But listen, it's time for the face up, Mr. ENORTAP. It's time to open up. It's time to bring you in the house because it's time to tell us, everybody in the chat, don't forget to click on the likes. But also tell us, Mr. ENORTAP, what you pay attention for the last 24 hours, other than the fact the fish under the water at the Orleans. What you pay attention about this? You are the star at that moment. Here we go. Oh, before we start, we have Bob the truck, Bob the builder, the Bob the stock is in the house.
And our good friend Renault is back. Welcome, Renault.
And we have Mr. Renault before that. So let's go see what comes, Mr. Renault. Everybody, don't forget to click on the likes. It's funny, Mr. ENORTAP, because it's like we have a project star in the back of us with the listening here. Said he tell you what 30 seconds ENORTAP, 20 seconds ENORTAP, 10 seconds ENORTAP. Oh, 45 seconds ENORTAP. 40. It's up and down.
Schedule.
But you got the cue. The cue right now. Yeah. Here we go, Mr. ENORTAP. That's your turn.
Okay, Coach. You know what? There wasn't much to think about overnight. I looked at actually in planning for today. We spoke a little bit, and we started to throw out some ideas about the NHL All-Star activities and trying to predict who might win which activities. So that kind of caught our interest, and hopefully it'll catch everybody's interest here today as well. It was kind of neat listening to some of the interviews today they were having in Vegas with some of the players that were there. They interviewed Matthews and a few others that seem to be very excited. They were talking to Brenda Moore as well, and he said he's really looking forward to this as a coach. He goes, I'm here. It's not like any of the players are going to listen to me. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy it. Whereas when I was a player in the All-Star game, I was very nervous and taking in the whole atmosphere. So it'll be a lot of fun. That's what the intent of this all is. That, and of course, it's always great to have activities there for the families and to enjoy everything. And for those, and congratulations to all the players that are there for the first time in their careers. What a great place for it to be at. And hopefully they have a great weekend.
Yes, absolutely right. I think that the key behind this, most of them take this very seriously, right? They don't want to be embarrassed by their performance over there, right? So during the contest, they they don't want to do bad, and they want to perform. But I think it's become a marketing advance right now for everybody. Sure. And I just listening on the NHL Network afternoon and listening, like you said, Kadri example. So Kadri is the first time he talk about his family is there, the wife, everybody is there. So he said, look, this is fantastic. So for the players, it's great. To be this at Vegas is amazing. It brings a lot of people. They have a lot of tourists in town right now. And I think that's a great pick for NHL. Like I said, they should select those kind of locations, Florida, Vegas, California, where in Arizona, if they have been there, where it's all about, the weather. Have a good collaboration about that one over there. So for me, I think that's what they should do at that moment. Whatever is the All-Star game, how the format or the formula of this is not matter for me. I think for me, it's more important. For me, I prefer tonight at the game tomorrow. I think absolutely. The competition tonight will be interesting to watch for sure about that. We have Mr. Yamo Vertanen back in the house.
Welcome, Yamo.
So everybody's talk each other, everything like that, talk about the fish bait, everything like that. But like we said, Mr. ENORTAP, we're going to jump in. We have 45 minutes. Guys, don't go nowhere. We have a lot of things for you. And don't forget to click on the likes. And we have some prediction to do tonight. So don't go nowhere and join us for sure. So, Mr. ENORTAP, like we do, of course, at the beginning of When We Are There, it's called Where Are They? Not easy today, Mr. ENORTAP. Coach is a little bit difficult today. So,
oh my goodness.
That's the first one.
Golden Seals.
The Golden Seals. California. The good news, you have no number on this jersey, so you cannot figure out by the number right now. Anybody. Bert is in the house. Welcome back, Mr. Bert. Glad to see you. Johnny Golden said Patrick. Welcome back, Mr. Johnny Golden. And Bert, don't forget, guys, to click on the like. That'd be awesome. Thanks to join us today. I can't wait to see Yarmo to give us a name. Or maybe someone else. Renault is always, remember, All-Star game is a boring gimmick. À hockey little. Sea Monster, Frig, Steve G said, maybe ENORTAP is going to save everybody at that moment. You have a special happening at this kid, at that players. John Gregor is in the house with Yamo and Renault Color Dance logo.
Hey, John, welcome.
Who is the player, Mr. ENORTAP?
Is it Odrowski?
It's Jerry Odrowski. What happening with him?
He was, oh my gosh. Wasn't he the first, I want to say, this commemorated an event. I vaguely remember it. It was like, it was something about the draft, I think.
Not really. He is he's the only player who played with plus and his career with the California Golden Seas. So plus one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why it's about that one over there. So good pick for you. Congratulations about that one over there.
How long did he play? How long did he play? Do you remember, Coach?
Oh,
Not
with
too
them, I
long,
believe
I
it was only like a couple
4
of years.
maybe. Yeah.
That's it. The other one, a lot of people talk about the Whalers this week. I said, why not to get a plus from the Whalers? So let's dive in over there. That's the next one. C'est Girard. Jose prepared to reveal my picture because I know Toronto and Pelé would be out. I know nothing about that. Yamo said a sea monster for the Golden Seas. Jose said Shah. No, not that one.
Not quite.
I know he said he's a chef for the Italian restaurant players. Steve G said Blackburn. Hey, Mr. ENORTAP, you are the one go to save everything. Bert said Ron Francis.
Well, Ron Francis was number 10, but that doesn't look like Ron Francis to me.
Bad Verbeck for Jose.
I don't know. It almost looks like it might be a wrong time, but it looks like Tony McKechnie.
You are the first one said that, and when I said this, that's the first one I remember. It was Tony. I said myself, someone's going to tell me Tony McKechnie, but honestly, you'll be surprised. Oh my God, that's true. Ray Neufeld.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ray Neufeld, great hockey player both ways. Everything like that, play a couple of years, and Ron Francis always loved this kid. Everything like that. So I just want to mention about this one over there. Bert said Denning and not of Gelios Renault, and I know this goal. Old is not too old, not this old. Pat Verbeck. So that's what happening about that one over there. So I just want to sharing with you a couple of things. So what we do in this, we want your participation, guys, so that because we're going to give you our team all-star country at the Olympics if it was with the NHL. Only the first line or the 5 players, a goalie, 2 defensemen, 3 forward. And the first 3 teams we're going to do today is going to be Team Russia. We're going to do with Team USA. And then we have the all-star team for Canada. And we did, me and ENORTAP, we did 3 teams. So the first team we're going to start is the Team Russia. If I can remember, it's me. I did that.
I think so.
So let's find me. I need to find all the way up. See if we on that. So my goaltender for the Team Russia, guys, I go with Vasilevsky for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I think nobody can be against what I might pick about that one over there. Strangely, it was hard to find defensemen in our tap for them. For the Team Russia. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I go with Sergachev for them.
Yeah.
And I have to go with Orlov. I cannot find anybody else better to Orlov. If someone have better him Orlov, I would love to hear that. I don't have anybody about that one over there. Of course, the player we talk about is the player played right now in 2021 and 2022 season, because Renaud talk about Tretchuk. Yamu said Provorov. I like that one over there.
This year.
I like the pick of that one over there. He talked about Provorov. It's not a bad idea about that one over there. It could be that one over Orlov for sure. I love that one. Then listen, I think this anybody can compete about what one over there. Kucherov, Ovechkin, and Kaprizov.
100%. Yeah.
Right? You can have a Panarin over them if someone hurt. But this was like unbelievable about that one there. Tu feras-tu le concours ce soir, Nicolas? Je sais pas quel concours tu parles, mais Renaud Saromanov, not ready yet about that one over there. So
In
that's
the
my
future.
suggestion. Anybody or Mr. ENORTAP, you have any players we can maybe changing or you think should get?
Oh, that's solid, coach. You can't argue with any of those, especially the forwards and the goaltender. And it really shows us where, the area of concern always has been with the Russians has always been defensively, right?
Yeah, and Renaud talk about
Specifically.
Kuznetsov. Of course, that's another one you can add on that one over there. So
Sure,
forward, they are
sure.
very good about that one over there. Steve G said Provorov, Orlov, Ovi, Kaprizov from sure, et Vasilevsky. So that's a good one over there. Je suis pas certain, mon Nicolas, en passant. Donc, this is my team for Team Richard. Team USA and Team Canada. It was both from ENORTAP.
Okay, so for Team USA, I decided to go with John Gibson. Again, this is based on this year if the Olympics had been going on. Defenseman with Adam Fox, who has 47 points to date. John Carlson at 34 points. And forwards, I went with Johnny Gaudreau, 54 points. Austin Matthews at 51 points. And Patrick Kane at 42 points. And you can make cases for a lot of other guys too. It wasn't as hard as Canada, but it definitely was a tough one to go with.
Yeah. Who you go? If you have another players, which one you will take?
Well, I was thinking defensively, you could make a case for Quinn Hughes and maybe even Seth Jones. Forward, of course, Pavelski's having a great year, so he could have made it. Kyle Connor for Winnipeg's having a great year. Gunsel is having a great year. So any one of those could have been just as solid and would definitely be on your team, but not on your very first team.
Pacioretty could be another one over there. And sure, if he was ready to play, I'm sure Jack Eichel could be another one in the
Sure.
team, like he said about that one over there. Ron said Kessel. It could be one over there.
Sure.
Renaud said Keller.
Keller, yeah. Well, I'm not sure. Is Keller American?
I thought he was Canadian.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Ron said Chris Grader.
Makar is Canadian. Yeah,
Yeah, some people
yeah, I see
compare
that.
like mix up everything like that, but it's okay. Team Canada again. It was made by Mr. ENORTAP.
So again, here, I mean, I went with. I would have gone with Carey Price if he was healthy, uh, but I had Marc Andre Fleury as the backup for me. So I don't know which one you put there. Price, coach. Okay.
I can change
On
it quickly. See,
Yeah, on defense, Makar and Ekblad. And then forwards, McDavid at center with McKinnon and Huberdeau on the wings. And again, there's so many others you can pick. Like on defense, you could go with Morgan Riley. You can go with Letang. You can forwards. You can definitely make a case for Brad Marchand. Of course, Sidney Crosby would be probably your captain, uh, and even Jordan Kyrou, very solid player this year.
yeah, I think for me the defense right there. You know, like Drew Doughty is another one you can add over there. Petrangelo is
Yeah,
another one over there. Is that team under the fact the goaltender situation? The rest is really solid, honestly. So I think
yeah.
overall was pretty good about your pick about that. Let's move on now. The three other team, and let's go because it's so many things to go. It's oops, I have to delete everything right now. That's not good. We're going to do that. Let's give us a chance to do that. So, here we go. The next three teams, Mr. ENORTAP, we go talk about Sweden. And then after that, we have Finland, and then we finish with Czechia. So that are the three teams looking for about that one over there. And I think I did the team Sweden, right?
I did it. I did. You did Finland and Czechia.
All right. So let's go on with your team.
Okay, so for Sweden, Robin Lehner in net. On defense, of course, Victor Hedman. And also Eric Carlson. And then forwards, center, Zibanejad. And wingers, I went with Landeskog and William Nylander. But again, I could have easily thrown in there Forsberg. I think it would have been a solid choice. Jesper Bratt this year is having a fantastic year. Elias Lindholm is another solid pick. On defense, you could consider also Klingberg. He's not having same kind of years in the past, but Rasmus Dahlin, of course. And the other goalie could have been Markstrom from Calgary.
Yep. Let's go a little bit more about Renault. He will take Jarry over Fleury. CG said Ekblad is better at Doughty. Yamo said, not Yamo, but do you think Doughty and Mecca would be a good pairing? Absolutely yes about that one there. Bert have a good one. Edmund Carlson is Benajad. I agree with him also. Renault, you're right. I think on the second team of the ENORTAP, he put Jesper Bratt, if I can remember.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then CJ will add Backstrom, of course, on the second line over there. And then Nicolas, he will put Raymond and that team as another player with that team. I think he's could be right about that. Now, Mr. Before we do Team Finland, we're going to go to Czechia, and I want Yarmo give us his prediction of Finland before we give him our prediction. So we're going to compare what he believes Finland should get. So Yarmo, you have about 2 minutes to do that. That's no problem. Czechia was not easy, Mr. ENORTAP, honestly. I have to go with Vanecek as a goaltender. It's not too bad, honestly. The defenseman is not big over there. I don't know if you know someone else, but I have Ronek and Ruta. The only one I could put there, I believe, is Kudas. That's what I got. But a forward, this is pretty good, really solid. Erlol, Pasnak, and Palat.
Yeah, very good.
So forward, that's pretty good. Goaltender is not bad. You have another one I cannot remember with Vanecek. It was him or someone else. And by the defenseman, I could not find anybody else, really. Someone knows someone. That'd be good. You can tell me about that. Renaud said Peterson also on the Sweden. It could be on that one also. And then Steve G for the Finland is a Kuivu Yari about that. I will wait for, here we go. He got it. This one. He said... Zaros, Eskenen, London, Ao, Barkov, Ratanen. Wow.
Very solid. That's a very solid team. How did you agree with that?
I have the same name.
Oh, perfect. Look at that.
100% Yamo. Oh, he got
it. Great minds think alike.
Timo Meyer is another one over there. Ratanen is right there. Steve G. We get the same thing. I was close to put Kokanemi, but I saw I don't think so. I can do that.
Wait till the end of the year. Coach will tell us.
Yeah. And Nicolas go with a player for the Montreal Canadiens, of course, Armia Lekonen. I think at that moment, Lekonen could be a part of that team, honestly. In our tap, I believe. So it's pretty, that's fun. See, that's what it's all about. We can compare our pick, and the people put their name is pretty good. That's the reason we do those kind of exercises. I think it's fun for everybody. London is where is with Lendl, is with Dallas Star. Play also with Eskenen on the second pairing. about that one over there. So that's what he is right now. If you talk about this, and we can put also Lundell about that one over there. You could put also Voracek on the Chicha team about that one over there. Yamo Salikonen would be a third liner over there. I agree with you, Bert, about Likonen, about that one over there. Canada for Live, Top Snatch Hockey, welcome aboard.
Welcome.
Yeah, so it's confusing a little bit, Renault, because you have a defenseman, Lendell, and you have also Lundell, the forward for the Panthers, but it will be part of that team also about that, Renault. So it's great to see that. That gave also enough that to know the some player where they're coming from, the nationality, that. So I think it was fun to do that. We have a time. It's great to do that. It's time for your prediction, guys. I'm going to delete this if you don't mind. And we're going to go with prediction. Honestly, we did not predict before you. So it's going to be live for everybody, me and ENORTAP, because I decided to do this at the last minute. I thought it was a good exercise to do. So I think it was fun. So let's dive in about that one over there. It's London Panthers, London Dallas. Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely right about that one over there, Mr. ENORTAP. So the first one, Mr. ENORTAP,
is the goaltending save streak odds. Okay. So we have Vasilevsky, Yaros, Frederick Anderson, Jack Campbell, John Gibson, and Thatcher Demko that are competing. Yeah. There's so many good ones there, eh? I'm gonna put my money on. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go with Vasilevsky.
Mr. ENORTAP, you go with Vasilevsky. I go, Mr. ENORTAP, me with Zaros.
That was my second pick.
Ron King says Zaros. Depend on the opponent. That's the beauty. You don't know.
Yeah, you got to stop the puck, regardless of who it is.
We have Campbell for Jose Duarte. Yamo will go with
Vasilevsky.
Vasilevsky. I can wait for a couple more minutes. Steve G go with Demko.
Danny, of course.
Danny go with the lead go with Campbell.
Yeah.
Roger go with Vasilevsky.
Danny, you're allowed to go outside of Leaf land. You know that, right? It's an all-star game.
Oh, Bert go with also with Vasilevsky. And then we have John Gregor. He's the only one right now to take Gibson.
At 600. Those are good odds.
Yeah. I think and if Demko win, Mr. Steve G make a lot of money. So we're going to move on to the next one.
The accuracy shooting odds. So who do we have competing here? We have, of course, Leon Draisaitl at 340, Patrice Bergeron at 600, as well as Sebastian Aho at 600, followed by Jonathan Marchessault at 700 and Johnny Gaudreau at 700. The accuracy, I would say, oh my goodness, this is a tough one. I'm going to take Patrice Bergeron for this one. And then let's see who else we have here. We have Danny took Aho, and Steve took Aho. Run with Kings took Gaudreau. And Who else do we have? Drysdale for Jose.
We have Yamo go with Johnny Goudreau also.
Right.
Jean
And
Gréga with
John Gregan Bergeron. And Roger took Marchessault. And Bert took Drysdale.
all right. I would go with I go with
Oh, okay.
That's awesome. That's a great job, everybody. The pick number 3.
The fastest skater competition. And there's quite a few participants. We have Connor McDavid at 150, Callum McCarr at 450, Dylan Larkin at 550, Jordan Kyrou at 800, Chris Kreider at 950, Kuznetsov at 950, Kempe at 1,000, and also Kyle Connor at 1,000. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I love McDavid's first steps, and he's definitely a fast one. But I'm just wondering, I gotta believe I'm gonna go with McDavid. I know it's the lowest odds. I was thinking of going with Makar. I think he might provide the upset, but I'm gonna go with McDavid. And so far
Uh,
here we have Steve with McDavid, Run with Kings with McDavid, Roger McDavid, Jose with McDavid, Yarmo with Kyrou, and Steve with Makar. Oh no, he's just saying Makar isn't faster than McDavid. But over distance, I think he might be. We'll see. John Grega with McDavid, and of course Bert with McDavid. So that seems to be the consensus.
I go with an underdog. I go with Dylan Larkin.
Yeah, that's not a bad choice. Yeah.
And I would like to see Kemp, what he looked like on that one.
Another dark horse would be Kyrou.
Garou is another one too.
Yeah.
2 to go.
Hardest shot. Okay, now that Weber's not there anymore to dominate this, here we go. We got 4 players: Victor Hedman, Adam Pelech, Tom Wilson, or Timo Meyer. For me, I think it should be hands down Victor Hedman.
Got it. I go with Mr. Edmund.
And Danny went with Hedman as well. Steve G with Hedman. Roger with Meyer, Timo Meyer. Run with Pelech. Jose, I think he meant Hedman, not Herman. Renault with Hedman. Yarmo with Timo Meyer. And John with Timo Meyer. And Bert with Pelech.
Yamo, he took who?
Yarmo took Timo Meyer. He just can't pick a Swede.
Okay, I got it now.
I get his point. Nobody
Yeah.
for Wilson. It's not the hardest punch, it's the hardest shot.
And the last one, Mr. ENORTAP, is which team is going to win the All-Star game tomorrow?
Oh my gosh. So we have the Pacific Division at 230, Atlantic at 260, the Metropolitan at 260, and Central at 320. Oh my gosh, I got to think of the players here again. I would go. I got to think of the goalies. That's my strategy. I'm going to go with the long shot here. I'm going to go with the Central Division. And here we have, let's see, Yarmo, Central, Danny with Atlantic, Steve with Metro, Run with Pacific, Jose Central, Bert Atlantic. We're all over the map. Here we go. Roger L with Pacific, Renault with the Central.
It's funny because I don't know. Did we see one player for Toronto in any contest in OTAP?
Uh, it's supposed to be I think Matthews is doing the one in front of the Bellagio tonight, isn't he? The
Okay,
one with the.
but
I, I,
we didn't mention any player for Toronto so far. I just want to let you know that.
just tell Danny that.
I'll just go with Atlantic.
Okay, good.
Um,
Good pick, RJ.
I'm going to go with Roger. The Pacific with Ron King.
You went with the favorite.
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
McDavid there, Tressel.
a lot of firepower, that's for sure.
Roger said no good play for contest to leave. Thumb up, RJ. The Fontaine event is a nice idea. Renault, I agree with you about that one over there. So,
Yeah,
Mr. ENORTAP, we
good
are really
friends.
go back to your. We're going to finish the show, guy, for the next 15 minutes, and with maybe Kelly, she's going to send me an email about that one. That's it. Would
Sounds
be on
good.
the Las Vegas Strip sailing muffin. Blackjack game looks not good. I think, by the way, in our tap, I think
Yeah.
at the Hollywood Planet Casino, it's the opening night for Muppet Show with Jeff Petrie starring. Start tonight in Vegas. So it was too easy for me.
It was. Walked right into it.
So, Mr. In our tap,
Yes.
can
We're
you
gonna,
explain a little bit more? And we have about
of
15 minutes.
course.
Is it good for you?
Well, of course, coach is going to set the timer when we're ready. This session is just called Yes, No, Maybe, but the session is called Ask the Coach. What better source than the greatest of all time, right here?
Oh my God.
So, we're going to ask you some quick questions. You just need to say yes, no, or maybe. And then once the questions are completed, your answers are completed, then the maybes you can go back and explain if you like, or any other answer if you want to explain it.
And everybody in the
So
chat can participate.
if they like, sure, absolutely.
That'd be awesome.
Okay, so you
Duncan
have the
Keith and
timer.
first party. That's funny.
You have your timer going, Coach.
Yeah. When you start, do you want me to start before you ask a question?
No, go ahead. You can start. If we have to extend it, we will. Okay, number one. Should the NHL extend overtime to 10 minutes?
Okay. Repeat again.
Should the NHL extend overtime to 10 minutes?
I have my question. I have my answer ready. So I wait for the people to
So,
answer first.
okay. We have a yes, 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 no, yes, yes, no. What? I don't know what that is.
How are you?
Oh, okay.
Welcome, Mr. Patrick Fan. Renaud said yes.
Yes. No,
Jose's no
full
full
period.
period about that one over there. No.
No. Coach, why?
The reason because the game are already long enough, right? And for me, it's good enough to, after 5 minutes to changing. I prefer for the fans to have an hit after that, the shootout. And that's for me. That's the way to do that. If not, the problem with the 5 minutes to extract five more minutes in our tap is the bench is really strength
Thin.
about 6, 7, 8 players, and they would, I mean, you could see again McDavid, you're going to see the same thing. That's the reason why I don't go from 5 to 10.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, we ready for number 2? Is Mike Sullivan leading candidate for the Jack Adams Award?
I have my answer already.
Is Mike Sullivan the leading candidate for the Jack Adams Award? Let's see what our friends say here. No.
Yamo said no. Ron said maybe. That's a good one. Jose said no. Roger said no.
No. RJ, yes.
Steve said no. Johnny. By the way, Johnny was a good comment for Jeff Petrie earlier. I read it. It was good.
John Grega, no. All right, Coach. What says you?
Before 2 weeks ago, I would say maybe. But right now, no. You had two other great candidates on that position at that moment to go over Mike Sullivan. And Pittsburgh struggled the last couple of games. So at that moment, I would say no for Mike Sullivan.
And who are your two that you put ahead of him right now?
Who I would put in front of him?
Yeah, right now.
I think for me at that moment, you have to consider a big one, Dean Avison with the Minnesota Wild. I think on that one. Of course, the best of the, like the Toronto, Tampa Bay, Carolina, those teams perform. But I'll always love the underdog or the team, the second level of this, where you expect. I think Nashville is another team to consider Mike, the coach over there. But otherwise, I think from right now, Dean Avison is one step over everybody else.
Good pick. Good pick. Okay, number 3. The NHL should change its current point system to 2 points for a regular win, 2 points in overtime, 1 point for a shootout victory, but 0 points for losing any of those. Yes, no, maybe. So 2 points for a regular win, 2 points for an overtime win, 1 point for a shootout, and 0 points if you lose any of those 3. We have Renault at yes. Danny at yes. Dennis, I don't like shootouts. Jose, no. Run, no. Roger, yes. Steve, no. Yarmo, no. John, yes. Dennis, yes. Danny, kill the shootout. RJ, no. Reno, Dennis, no self-respecting fan like shootouts.
Okay. Here my answer. I would say no, but I will do something like that. When you do the overtime, right? I will play 5 versus 5, and I will keep the 2 point versus 0 if you go on overtime, like you mentioned.
All right.
That's the only difference I would say. I would not give 2-0, 3 versus 3, but if I was keep the way you mentioned, the overtime have to be back 5 versus 5 at that moment.
Okay, fair enough. Question number 4. All right. The NHL should change its current playoff seedings from its current divisional setup to conferences 1 to 16 again. Yes, no, maybe. So from the current playoff setup to 1 to 16 in each conference. Run says no. Renault, yes. Yarmo, maybe. Jose, no. Roger, no. RJ, yes. And Coach Frenchie.
Here's my question, my best answer. It would be maybe and no. So here's the point. I would say maybe 1 to 16, but I would change the format of the schedule. So if you play Metropolitan and the Atlantics together, right? Everybody play the same number of the game. Example, 4 each team, and then you go from like 1 to 8 on that conference, and then you go for the same thing on the other flip on the 1 to 8. So I will not go from 1 to 16, but on the conference, I think will be better on my point of view about that. If you go to 116, unfortunately, you have to go with the same kind of number of the game for everybody in the league.
And there's too much travel involved. That's the drawback.
Yep.
Okay, next, a very quick one. Ready?
Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew Will, and thanks for joining us today. Very kind of you.
Number 5, Ovechkin will break Gretzky's record of 894 goals. Yes, no, maybe.
I got my answer. It's fun, though, stuff like that, because people participate and we can hear people. The key is not about us, it's about people.
No, it's about learning about them.
Jose say yes. He thinks Ovechkin is going to get it.
Run, no. Roger, yes. RJ, yes. Danny, yes. Yarmo, yes. Center ice, yes. Steve, yes. Renault, maybe. Yarmo, he will as long as it takes.
That's a good answer. I like that one.
Dennis, no. John Gregor, yes. And Coach Frenchie.
I go with Renault. Maybe. And the only reason maybe is because you don't know if he's going to get hurt.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's the reason I follow Renault about that one there. Otherwise, I agree with Yarmo. He may be playing until 56 until he reach Gretzky about that one over there. And so that's the reason maybe is my best answer, just because the injury. If not, it would be yes about that one. But I would say to you, the following one after that, Austin Matthews, maybe the next one can beat both of them after that. So it would be another race a little bit later. I think Austin Matthews is on the way to reach those kind of 600, 700 goal in NHL for sure.
For sure. And we're going to cut it down a bit because of timing, but the next
Go ahead.
Evander Kane will sign an extension with Edmonton at the end of the season.
Oh, that's a good one. Humblebee is in the house, Mr. ENORTAP. I need to get a sound effect of bees in the house.
Jose, no. Run, maybe. Steve, yes. Danny, yes. RJ, no. Yarmo, yes. Andrew, yes. 4 years, $16 million.
I like that.
Roger, Matthews will need to eat a lot of muffins. Center ice. If he doesn't cause any problems.
That's a
Roger,
good one.
yes. And coach?
Maybe. I will give you a couple answers for the people mentioned. The coach about the problem he could create about that one there, right? So if you don't do well. But my point to you is also one point, but nobody talk, is the salary cap. He need to fit on the salary cap of the Edmonton Oilers about that one. So all demand how much he want to get, everything like that. But I will go more yes in our tap because he's not in situation to ask $7-8 million to $6 million. So for me, it will fit. And but my really answer is maybe because those tangible could be a problem at the end, but problem, maybe. Yeah.
But he does fit with that team. I got to say that for sure. Okay, next question. Carey Price will need to retire and never play another game of hockey in his career. No. Run. Humble B, no. That's hard to say. Renault, no. Jose, yes. Roger, yes. RJ, no. Danny, he's going to Edmonton. I can feel it. Renault, he needs the money. I'm assuming he's talking about Kane. Yarmo, maybe because of health. And coach?
Exactly what Yarmo said. He would play hockey only if the knee give him a chance to play. Otherwise, he would not play because the knee cannot, his physicality cannot give a chance to play. He will play with Montreal Canadiens, by the way. But again, it's only because like Yarmo, he nailed it for me. Like Hunter's Center said also, it's hard to say because it's all really just because ENORTAP is his knee. That's it. If his knee is fine, he would play hockey and we play for Montreal Canadiens.
Agreed. Okay, my favorite question, Coach. Ready? The Leafs will be eliminated again in the first round of this year's playoffs.
So easy to answer.
Here comes Danny.
Here we go. I think we're going to have some fight here. I can't wait for Roger.
Run, maybe. RJ, no. Yarmo, yes. Jose, hell no. Renault, no. Roger, yes. Danny, sit on it and rotate. Steve, no. Second round. Center ice. They're gone first or might get to second. That's it. Roger. Renault, Leafs are in the finals. Humble B, depends on who they play. And Yarmo, sorry, I meant 0-4.
A lot of great question, a lot of great answer, by the way. And here's the point is, the reason they're going to get out is the first round is because they finish second or third. If they finish first, they're going to be eliminated at the second second round. So if they finish first, they go second. If they get out, finish second, third, they are going to be eliminated. My other thing I would say to you, that it's the lineup they have right now. If the lineup change until the March 21st, this question completely changed also for many of us here because you don't know the kind of lineup they have. Does it make sense?
Yes, exactly.
And also the injuries can be
where they're at. And I think we just have one more, Coach. One more.
Of course.
We'll cut it. Okay. Next question. Edmonton and Calgary will both earn playoff spots. Edmonton and Calgary will both earn playoff spots. Run? No. Because LA is going to take one, I think he means. RJ, yes. Humblebee, yes. Yarmo, yes. Renault, Montreal will be lucky to make 2 dances in the decade, unfortunately. Roger, no. Yarmo, Oilers will do it, but last place. Steve, no. Just one of them. Center Ice, Calgary won't. Edmonton, maybe. Jose, no. Dennis, yes. Coach,
Center Ice have a good one over there, but I would say no on that one over there. I believe that he could have some problem with the central position over there, and the Kings could be the problem on that division over there also. So I'm glad you didn't mention which one of them, but you just mentioned both of them. So, but I think Calgary have an advantage over Edmonton. Edmonton have to compete against the Kings, the Ducks possible. I don't know how long he can stay there, and then also have to compete with the Dallas Star to under the side. So that's the problem with get part over there. It could maybe slide from number 4, but it's not guaranteed over there. And right now with no what I saw last game in Ottawa was terrible.
Yeah.
I can feel Andy Kuivula when he mentioned about that. The people talk always about a goaltender, but the defenseman right now, it's really great, not great. And the forward, I don't get it. Derek Ryan played third line. It was played like 16 minutes, 15 minutes. Derek Ryan.
That's right.
They have a problem over there, more what we expect. The only way they can make it for me is because Tresarol and McDavid have about 120, 30 points. It's not guaranteed also they reach that. And it's not guaranteed they did that. That would be because you have too many problems over there. So great about that. Mr. ENORTAP, I want to introduce you. Center Ice, he's in the chat. He's going to be one of us. He's going to join us as the app fans when we do a pregame show or something like that with you, everything like that. So I'm very glad to meet him. He make a lot of great statement on the video we produce. So I just want to share it with you about that one over there. I know it's Edmonton and 8. Sutter is the right type of coach. Yes, exactly. That's what happened over there. Coach ENORTAP is Kim Makett, who is the starting goalie. Peterson.
Oh, quick.
Peterson would be my pick over there. Quick
always
would be
with experience, coach.
My only concern about Quick is going to struggle for the second part.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think they owe it to start quick, and then if things don't go well after a couple games, then they might go. They won't have any hesitation going to.
The only thing in ENORTAP for the Kings is an advantage for them. In ENORTAP is Quick don't have to carry on the team on his shoulder anymore, so he does not have to do go 3-4 game every 5 game example, right? He can split 50-50 all the way. That will helping his health. That will help him less fatigue. And that's the beauty of the Kings compared to another team. Have to carry on 80% of the goaltender, and they have a difficult time over there about that. I think that question is great, Ron, about that. And Mr. ENORTAP, I think this is great because you can go with, example, St. Louis, who's going to be the starter over there. Yeah. You have a couple of teams you can go that way. It would be interesting to have those kind of questions to answer about that. Mr. ENORTAP, it was another great week of the warm-up show. But before we do, I know what's going on this weekend is All-Star game, everything like that. But at the end of the show, you always come back here, Mr. ENORTAP, with the shootout. That's conclude the show. At the end, what you going to pay attention this weekend?
We mentioned it. I'm glad we actually had an opportunity to do the competitions live, because now I have something to look forward to with the players I selected and you selected and everybody else in our chat room. So everybody, have a great weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the All-Star game. And thank you.
That'd be great. First of all, Mr. ENORTAP would be great. I'm glad the All-Star game is in Vegas. A lot of great stuff's going to happening during the weekend. On the flip side, many players need to take some rest, right? I always call this quality control. You need to recover in life. You have to sleep. You have to be sure you take some rest. That's called quality control. I'm talking that way because I'm talking about the player nation. I'm talking about myself. I need to take some rest. I need to get my quality control this weekend to regroup. Because start next week, Mr. ENORTAP, 38 game in NHL. But after that, it's going to be like this until April 29. And it's going to be interesting to follow this one. So I suggest everybody, please enjoy the weekend. Watch the hockey. It's great event, man. Everything like that. Until then, if not, enjoy the Olympics. If not, take a rest. Until the next time, we're going to see you next time. Mr. ENORTAP will be Monday night, 5 p.m. We are grateful and thankful, Mr. ENORTAP, for your collaboration insider of what you bring on the table every single day at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. On the flip side, everybody in the chat, we wish you an amazing, great weekend. Enjoy with your family, your friends. I look forward to you next Monday. Until then, of course, be well, be healthy, and try to find a way to dominate not only your day, but your year 2022. And do not forget about that one. Of course, it's for Mr. Yamo. Mr. Yamo is Little Penguins. You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Have a great one, Mr. ENORTAP. I will see you next time, next Monday at 5 o'clock p.m.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Danny, Jose, Center Ice, Roger L, Run with Kings, Mr. Burt, Alan Barnes, you show up at the right time to click on the likes. RJ, Johnny Golden, Renault was in the house today. Steve G. Thank you, Johnny.